Welcome to the Wally Show Aftercast. All the stuff we didn't get to during the course of the show today. I have a lot of stuff to get through, and so I'm going to try to go as efficiently as I can, but I'm just buckle up. It's going to be a while. And a lot of ranting and loudness and yelling.
Are you saying that just to elicit
Betty's response?
Response?
Oh.
Because like you have to,
I don't care.
You have to judge it like she's catching everything. Because I think there's like nasal congestion blocking.
We might not be here that long today. Betty Lou is not feeling good.
It's just not fair.
It's frustrating because, and we got to talking about this
on the regular podcast. Gavin did bring up something we'll get to in a second, but yeah.
I mean, I've been going to see a holistic doctor probably for a year now.
Yeah.
And I did Google this. So I went to go and see her on Monday.
Yeah.
And I got adjusted, which I needed to be.
Chiropractic. Yeah.
Yes. And I Googled it to see, like, can you experience cold-like symptoms after an adjustment?
That is fascinating.
So I started feeling like snotty Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I look it up, and it is a thing. And I knew this from the beginning when I used to work at a chiropractic
and you wouldn't get adjusted there, and they fired you. And so now you get adjusted by someone that may or may not have a degree.
Yeah, and she runs in the back of a van.
Weird.
I mean, but people would come into that chiropractic office that I worked at they didn't have any problems.
Yeah.
Like Leanne Rhymes was one of their customers, and she would get adjusted on the regular because it kept her immune system going well. Because I guess when you get sick, these toxins will settle in your spine. And then when you get adjusted, it loosens those toxins in your body. And then your immune system needs to fight them off, is what I understand.
Okay.
And so if you constantly are getting your spine adjusted, then it will keep those toxins from getting in there. And I had postponed my last visit with my holistic doctor. So it had probably been about 6 weeks since I've seen her last. So I don't know is this like a cold that was in my system?
Anyway, yeah, I don't know.
And then when she popped me,
she broke it free.
And now my immune system is trying to...
opened up Pandora's box.
I don't know. I really don't
Tissue
know.
box.
I'm just very frustrated because it makes me feel like a pansy. It makes me look like a pansy.
Why?
And,
everyone gets sick.
Well, yeah, but it's frustrating because I feel like I've been like I got real bad sick like snot stuff on Thanksgiving, and then right before Christmas I got a stomach bug.
Yeah, you've been hosing yourself because you've been getting sick on vacation.
Yeah, now I would say this is better. Well, unless you if you take
if you take tomorrow off.
It's over the weekend.
Yeah,
but maybe another thing is too. I've been helping with the grown-up kids at church.
Aren't they
and the
less
babies.
likely
So I helped with the babies on
you
Sunday.
remember those days back working in daycare.
Passing on that stuff.
Sunday I helped with the babies. Sunday I had a baby sneezing, coughing, and gagging on me. This is just now hitting me.
Yeah.
Sneezing, coughing, and gagging on me. That was Sunday morning. And then I had to wash that shirt because there was snot everywhere. That could
probably
be it.
could be it. I didn't know the thing about getting adjusted. Like you can experience cold symptoms after that. That's fascinating.
If you are a potty and you have any idea as to if that is true, because you can only believe so much on the internet.
That's true.
Is that true or is that not true? Please speak into this. Email me, Betty@wayfm.com.
That sounded so sad, too. She's like,
speak
email me,
into
please.
this, please. I'm giving green bubble energy today. And I want to give blue bubble energy, but my friend Kelsey, you've heard us talk about her. She has the best sayings.
She's a legend.
Recently, she sent me a voice memo, and she said, I just heard a new one that I'm going to add to my repertoire. And she was like, this guy said that this guy was giving green bubble energy, meaning like
so good.
Not good, like bad energy, because it's tied to an android situation. And then if you say you're giving blue bubble energy, it means that you're doing great. You're giving off really positive, good vibes.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think of like was it just yesterday you were like, okay, I'm not feeling great. It like just started on
the
you
morning.
Yesterday.
It was by the end of the show the congestion had started.
Yeah, I started sounding like Marty.
That's right, everybody. Welcome to my world.
Ultimately, what it comes down to is I just want to live Marty's life.
I know.
Am I asking too much?
You're not.
I just want a man that will take care of me. And let me stay home in my pajamas.
Yeah, we want that for you. We all want that for you. I know. I would miss you here, but I want that for you.
I think you've earned it.
I really want that.
I know. Well, you're getting out of the video shoot today that we got to do for Sports Drive. That's nice.
I don't think they would want my face on it.
You definitely like came in not feeling good, and then you went down.
Although I have
taken medicine.
I have an idea that would keep her here, though.
What?
We can do something like, "Are you sick of Support Drive?" That's you. And flash over to Betty.
Yeah.
Oh, you should stay.
And my face would be the sickness.
Yeah. Come on, get down with the sickness. I know you have definitely gotten sick more often, and I know you hate being sick because it's just not fun. And
well, I'm missing out. Like tonight is Kelsey's kitchen.
Well, you can still go.
No,
wear a mask.
No, I would not be worth anything.
Sure. She's when you're, and it's not just you. Everybody, when you get sick and your brain shuts down, and this is a job for us where your brain has to be working all the time, and you're like, you got to be quick and funny and all this other stuff, and you feel left behind. Like you feel like I would love to say something here, but I cannot.
I just feel like my
fog.
Yes, and my brain is like moving, like it's got snail slime going behind it or something.
Yeah, I get that. I've been sick.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
I'm
thing is, we've all been
bubble
there.
Energy.
It's
Trying
okay.
to get blue bubble energy.
We forgive it.
Well, hopefully you'll go home and rest today, and it won't be like a massive
Get
thing.
myself some Chick-fil-A and call it.
There you go.
Amen.
There you go.
But don't forget to email me if you know anything about witch doctors or holistic.
Yeah,
Betty,
I know they don't work.
Betty at wavehim.com.
Watched a friend of ours.
It's
like
supposed to do well.
The husband is like, "Would you please just go to a doctor?" And she's like, "No, I don't like Western medicine." And like she's chronically ill. You know, it's like at some point in time, you got to look at
that situation. Like
yeah, you got to look at it at some point in time.
Yeah, true. But that situation, I feel like, is different from mine. I'm able to do this and be here. And
you were very cognizant, though. Like she had to slide over to Gavin's position when he was in the other room to get some audio for me, and she touched all your stuff. But then she wiped everything down, the mouse, the keyboard, everything, because she's really good about like, I don't want to get other people sick. Yeah. And so that was really sweet of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll probably clean down the whole studio after we leave as well.
I've been snotty in the storm.
You know, I've been licking things lately at work just because it was funny.
Maybe that's what I need to do.
I know.
Start licking things.
I licked the microwave. Everyone thought when I licked the microwave handle, they're like, "Oh, he's gonna get sick for sure."
Counteract.
I didn't. Maybe I'm putting the stuff in me that's keeping me alive and not sick.
Maybe.
You know what? You talk about tiger blood, though. You're like, I didn't have COVID. I'm the only one that hasn't had COVID yet.
Didn't.
But I don't think so. I think you're a long hauler. I think you had it, and now everything you're experiencing now is long haul COVID.
Long COVID.
Yeah.
No.
I would love for you to get tested.
I think you're wishing upon me COVID.
I would not wish
so that you don't look like such a pansy.
I would love for you to be tested to see if you have any antigens in your blood, and then them go, "Oh yeah, you had it at some point in time."
I would do it.
My wife says she's never had it either. I know she had it one time. Like I know.
You had it.
I had it. She did, and it wasn't that time. She didn't get sick. The time I had it, she didn't get sick. We were at Disney, and she got so sick, like out of nowhere. And this is back when you still had to wear masks to everything, and people were still isolating and stuff like that. And so we left, and we went to a park without her one day, which was her favorite park. And so I knew she was sick. And she was like sweating, like had a fever all day.
That's really bad.
Yeah, she was. I'm like, I know you had it then. She's like, no, I didn't. Oh, yes, you did.
I had an old COVID test. Like it had expired.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'll take it just to see. And it said negative.
Really? I took a COVID test, expired one, and that was the one I took when I got back from my vacation. It said positive, so I didn't trust it, so I took another one, and that was positive too. Like, dang, come in, no tiger blood for me. All right, well, we hope you feel better.
I got the tiger blood.
Yeah, you do. You sound like it. You've got the eye of the tiger blood. There was a weird story. There was a pastor in Ohio who got removed from a Christian radio network because of his advice to a grandmother about her son's wedding to a transgender person. So American Family Radio, somebody named Alistair Begg, I don't know him. But
Alex Trebek?
Alistair Begg. She can't hear. Yeah.
Alice.
She's over there hallucinating.
Alistair Begg.
I thought he was dead.
And so this lady calls in with advice, like how should she handle this? What should she do? And he says, well, here's the thing. Your love for them may catch them off guard, but your absence will simply reinforce the fact that they said they are people that I thought they were. Judgmental, critical, unprepared, and all of the things that people say. And so he was basically just telling her, yeah, you probably should go, to this wedding. And that got him removed from the radio network. I'm so thankful to work. I mean, I've said things that shock people or whatever, but I don't think that's not scriptural. Like now, if you're telling somebody, yeah, you should get married, and be in a gay marriage, I could see that. Like, if I had said that here, like, oh, I think that's fine, then yeah, I should be taken off the air. I get it. But to say, hey, you should extend love to somebody in your family, that's you not even endorsing it. You're not in being part of that lifestyle. You're just loving somebody who's in that. If you look at Jesus, I would be so mad if I was this guy, and I would sue him, honestly, because if you look at what Jesus did, Jesus sat with the tax collectors, the sinners, and the church people were mad at him for it. Yeah. They're like, you can't do that. And he's like, I'm Jesus, watch me. But he set that precedent for us. We don't have to judge someone's salvation. We don't have to judge someone's behavior, any of that stuff. God takes that all off of us. And I've got this. He's like, let me judge. You don't judge, because you're going to be judged too. So you just love people. And I've always contended that if you don't have a relationship, you no longer have influence. So somebody in your life that might have a different lifestyle than you, if you write them off, cut them out, you no longer have influence on them in other ways and in faith ways. Like, you then are done. Yeah. And I think that is not a good thing. And so the fact that this guy really told her what Jesus would tell her and then gets fired for it, I think is lunacy. The American Family Association, the radio station, says, we believe it to be an act of unfaithfulness to God to attend a ceremony that celebrates any union outside of the biblical model of marriage between one man and one woman. As a result of this, we will no longer air his stuff. Again, if he was getting married in a gay relationship, yes, take him out.
For sure.
I get it. Like Amy Grant ran through this. I was going
to say, this is similar to that, and then a lot of people wanted to take her Christmas music off.
Yes! Yes, there were conversations. There were radio stations all across the country that pulled her Christmas music, and she's the queen of Christmas in the Christian circles because she went to a family member who was in a gay relationship.
I thought, too.
Yeah. She hosted or whatever, so she was the devil all of a sudden because she chose to extend love to somebody. And I don't understand that. I was glad that we didn't. I mean, but I know that there were conversations. Should we? No, we should not, and so it's like that to me is a really sad thing. Like, if you want to talk about taking a stand for Jesus, absolutely. I get it. But to take a stand that just reinforces the fact of intolerance and not caring for people, I think is a problematic stance for us.
There's a guy on Instagram who's really good with stuff like this, Carlos Whitaker.
Oh, yeah, I love
really
Carlos.
Influential guy, really smart guy and savvy with ministry and kind of blending the line between this is straight up Christianese and this is just loving people. And he's got this great line where he talks about, he would rather walk with people than stand on principle, per se. And I think this is the thing, like you've been saying, the Jesus argument is that Jesus did stand or did walk with people and insert himself into circumstances to love on them versus saying I think that's wrong. I'm standing right here and telling you that.
And look at me, Lord, I'm doing so much good in your name, I cannot, look, I'll be the first to say, I cannot stand the LGBTQ agenda, the movement. I don't like it. It's intrusive, it's getting everywhere, and it's wrong, And so I can't be more clear about that. I don't like that. But I like the people, and I don't have a problem. I feel that I have empathy for them in the sense that I feel they are some of the most hurting, conflicted people you'll ever know. Otherwise, why would you be so desperate for somebody's approval? They're so desperate to be approved. Well, maybe it's because something isn't right in you that the rest of the world understands, and that's why they're not just embracing your culture. Or you've been so militant with your culture, there's an instant backlash against you, And so, like, I don't like the agenda, but I have no problem with the people,
Yeah.
So I probably just got fired for that. That'd be ironic, right? Doing the story about this guy gets me canned. That'd be so great. Lady Rock, what do you got?
Despite being separated for over 2 decades, actors Demi Moore and Bruce Willis, they're still very much involved in each other's lives, and they care about one another. I mean, they have 3 daughters together. And one member of the family when one of the members of the family, when they're hurting, they all come together. And that was the case for Bruce when he was diagnosed with dementia a few years back, which is sad to see.
Yeah,
because
sure.
he's only, I think he's 67 or 68.
Oh, he's that much older than me. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe. But already dealing with dementia. And in a recent interview, Demi was asked how Bruce was doing and what advice she would give to anyone who finds themselves in a similar situation caring for someone with memory loss.
I think the most important thing I could share is just to meet them where they're at. And when you let go of who they've been or who even you would like them to be, you can then really stay in the present and take in the joy and the love that is present and there for all that they are, not all that they're not.
Oh, that's really good advice. Can we talk about the work she's had done yet? Or is it too soon? Too soon? Okay, well, we'll go on this for a minute.
The work that she'll admit she had or not?
Yeah, no, I need a minute on this for a minute. No, I think that's really good because so many times you want to recapture the past, them, and like there's that, oh my gosh, that one commercial at AMC theaters, and it ran on television and stuff, of the grandmother who has dementia around Christmas, and the granddaughter's there, and she's like, let's make it a good day, and she takes her and helps her remember different things, and then it all clicks in,
It's
and
really
she's like,
sweet.
Bruce, he can't make the dinner without me, and like, oh, I just got goosebumps again, like it's so well done. But again, it's like we got to recapture the past. And so it's interesting with her saying, live in this present and live for the now and not who you used to be, that might help somebody work through that, which is really good. We had a friend of ours that his mom had dementia and Alzheimer's. Oh, so cruel. Didn't remember her husband of 50 years, and would get freaked out that there was a man in the house and stuff, and didn't remember him. But then she'd be lucid, and you never knew what you were going to get, I feel so badly for people that deal with that in their family. I think it's one of the cruelest diseases. Like, I know Marty's been like, oh my gosh, I hope that never happens, to you, or me, because it would be hard to deal with for sure.
Can I tell you a creepy story?
I love creepy stories, especially when you say it like this.
Where are you getting creepy from?
Well,
this?
you'll see.
Okay.
Really?
So there's a podcast that I listen to, and they tell creepy stories, things that really did happen. And this man had an aunt that was going through dementia, but she did live alone, and it wasn't getting too bad. She could still live on her own. But every time he would come and visit her, she would say, oh, yeah, the man upstairs told me blah, 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 blah. And he just assumed that she was speaking about God or whatever. Mm-hmm. But anyways, he comes to pick her up one day, and the light is on upstairs, and she can't even make it upstairs. She's too old. She can't do the stairs. So he's like, how's the light on upstairs? He goes up there to check it out, finds a sleeping bag, finds cans of food and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And a homeless man had somehow snuck his way into her home and was living upstairs. And so when she said the man upstairs, she was really
she didn't have
referring to
dementia,
someone.
but it was real. But they didn't believe her because they figured she.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that is a creepy story.
Yeah,
Did they ever catch the guy?
I don't remember.
Oh, well, that would have been a good point of the story.
If it makes you feel better, yeah, they did.
Oh, thank you. It does. She's so done. All right, you know what? Do you have any birthdays? We'll wrap it up.
We do. We have Brandy who wants to wish Aaron. No, wait a minute. Brandy. Aaron, love mom and dad. I don't know. Aaron, happy birthday.
Yeah, so Brandy is wishing Aaron a happy birthday.
But it says love mom and dad.
Yeah.
So it says Brandy, then Aaron, love mom and dad. I'd say it's Aaron. It said he is turning 27. Happy birthday, Aaron. Love mom and dad. Maybe Brandy is his mom.
That's what I'm saying. I think it might be. I think that might be the case because I had a lady email me saying that she was going to do a birthday for her son, And I think this is Brandy and them. So there you go. Happy birthday, because I think Aaron really likes the Wally show and the podcast and has been listening for a long time.
We got a question from Mason. Mason said, "This one's for Wally. Would you rather rant about every subject you talk about, or have to stay quiet about something you don't agree with?"
Oh boy, that's tough, because I get tired of ranting. I do. It's sometimes
you would have to rant about ranting.
Being the police for the world is difficult.
So you would either have to rant about everything, or if someone said, this is just very triggering for me, and I just want to share my truth, you wouldn't be able to talk about it.
It would depend on the number of times I was not able to talk about stuff. If it was like once a week, okay, fine, I kind of already do that. But like if it was like every time there was something, I couldn't live in that world.
Let's say that you have a Gen Zer in the house that is all about their truth and pronouns. Okay? Would you rather just rant about everything or not be?
I would have to rant about everything. I would not have an option at that point.
But that means you would be eating macaroni and cheese and be ranting about mac and cheese.
I could rant about how good it is.
That's true.
Yeah, so I'd find a way. I'd find a way to make the rants work.
So you would want to rant about everything instead of being quiet about one thing.
Yeah. I would be totally lonely because no one would want to be around me. I get it. That would be that's hard. It's hard to be the voice of reason for everyone, and eventually people get tired of that.
Oh my gosh.
I get it.
Well, there you go, Mason.
Yeah. All right. Well, I apologize, Brandy and Aaron, for our lackluster birthday. Happy birthday from all of us to you. Wish you was a birthday so we can party too. Hey, there you go. Hopefully that makes it up. Betty is not feeling good today. And we appreciate you guys listening, and thank you so much.
She always takes a step. She's like, end it like this. Can you end it with a snotty Betty voice?
Thanks for being a party. Ugh.
Growing up in poverty has never been easy for children, but with the added challenges of the pandemic, conflict, and natural disasters, families around the world are facing an unprecedented food crisis. Unfortunately, those who are already hungry are now even more desperate. But by sponsoring a child through compassion, you can help provide life-sustaining essentials such as food and clean water. And with your compassionate support, that child can not only survive, but also flourish. You can find out how and choose a child to sponsor when you click on the compassion banner at wayfm.com.